Okay, looks like we are on Facebook right now. And now I'm going to be hooking up with the other pages here. All right. I think that's it. All right. Everybody hear me okay? I hope so. And let me go to Restream and open up the chat. All right. Good evening. First chat of the night. All right. Now, hopefully everybody can hear me okay. We've got a few people on. All right. Oh, I see Chuck is back on. Now, I'm looking. I only know that because I'm looking at the Facebook page before I hit the Restream window. So that's cool. All right, glad to have everybody aboard. And right now, let's start the show. Hey everybody, this is Bryan Hogue. Welcome to another episode? Sure, another week of the Chiller Night Live pre-show. It's good to be back doing these. I was off for a while in the month of October. As you know, if you're a regular viewer, I was off away doing the Harrisville Haunted House. So very, very nice to be back. And Raymond says loud and clear. Okay, thank you, Raymond. Ava says, okay, shared away. Thank you. Corpus, hey. All right. I want to make sure I got all the hays in. And then, all right. Al says, I can hear you. Hi, Cassandra. All right. Thanks for joining us, Al. Brad Beckwith. All right, he's on it. It's the Chiller Night pre-show starring Bryan Hogue. Now here's Bryan. Here I am. There you are. Another Chiller Night week. Another Chiller Night coming up on Stream TV at 9 o'clock. What I do, if you're new here, what I do is I ramble on from 8 until 9, well, a few minutes shy of 9, so you can switch over to streammedia.tv and watch their, in fact, let me pull up their, you'll see this anyways here pretty quick, but there's their website, streammedia.tv, where you can either watch it right on the website streamed live, or you can connect to their Roku app there and watch it on your Roku channel. So, several different ways to watch it. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's see. Brad says, what's on tonight, Bryan? Well, you will find out in mere seconds, I say. First of all, I'd like to thank CBTV Horror Network. That's a Chop Block TV, the Horror Network, and they are located at. They are playing my shows, the Chiller Night. They're playing this show. Actually, I'm on their Facebook page right now. Butchermedia.com. If you go to that website, there you can look up CBTV Horror Network. There's our logo right here in the corner. And also, the Paranormal Warehouse. Well, we also have that right here, but paranormalwarehouse.com, who also plays Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat as well. So, thank you guys. I really, really super appreciate that. And then, Ava said, wondering if I can still see comments. I have it running on the TV. Ah, do you? Oh, with your phone. That's cool. All right. Well, aren't you getting fancy? Corpus says, I think I missed last week by accident. Yeah, you did. We missed you last week. Ava says, okay, good, I can. Well, that's pretty cool. I didn't know you could do that. We're finding out all kinds of new things with our phones, to be able to watch TV like Shudder and Disney Plus and all this stuff on our phones, and we can have it connected to our TV, which is really cool. So we're really enjoying that. And all right, now on to the schedule. Tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, Chiller Night Theater. The movie is The Manster. 11 p.m. Chiller Chat. My guest is Stan Gordon. Stan, of course, is a nationally known paranormal investigator. So we'll be talking to him. 11:30 p.m. Werewolf of Washington, last week's feature movie. And then at 1:30 a.m., Chiller Chat. My guest is Daniel Dewing. He'll be talking about his comic book. He's the creator of The Fringe Knight. And 2 a.m., Chiller Night Theater. The movie, once again, is The Manster. And at the bottom of the screen, you'll notice chillernighttheater.com. So if you have not visited that, look at that. It's up there too. But you got a couple minutes at some point, check it out. So just kind of a neat website I put together. All right, let's see. Brad says, you're already getting a lot of support from other sites, aren't you, Brian? Yeah, it's really, really super cool. So I'm very appreciative of that. It just helps get the programs out there, the Chiller Night programs, and of course I want to do my share in helping to promote them. They're certainly promoting me, so it's a win-win for all. And Corpus says, I'm commenting through my phone but watching on the TV. Oh, that's cool. Raymond says, I thought Corpus had a date last week. Brad says, how is Disney Plus? I don't know what Corpus was doing, but she missed our show, and we're just glad she's back. So very cool to be back to the chat. All right. Disney Plus, that's really cool. I'll be talking about that a little bit later. As far as the Mandalorian, I gotta mention that. It is so cool. But anyways, that's a little bit later on. That's a little later on in the program. Tonight's schedule, we went over that. All right. Really neat thing. Next Saturday night. You won't want to miss next Saturday night. That is, the 23rd? I think it's the 23rd. Whatever it is, whatever it happens to be, we will have 2 new programs. It's been a while. Yes, I actually looked back on my scheduling, and I haven't had a new program since July, because that's when I started building the haunted house. So, and I'm still working on that thing, tearing it down and transporting it, so tucking it in for the winter. But anyways, we will have not one, no, we will be having 2 brand new programs next week. We'll be having a brand new Chiller Night Theater, and we will also be having a brand new Chiller Chat. And if you've seen my posts earlier this week, you'll see my guest for the new Chiller Chat is Phil Wilson. We'll be talking about all that stuff. He, of course, is the artist, one of the artists for, he did the background art and an animation for the original Creepshow movie, Creepshow 2. Did the animation and background art for Creepshow 2. And also, he's working on the new Creepshow series on Shudder. So, really, really super cool. And let's see. But before we get to that, but that's not all. But before we get to that, Thursday nights. I was able to finally enjoy once again the Thursday nights, because again, I haven't been able to really do that since I started working on the haunted house. So those of you who watched Thursday night got to see a very super cool movie, Prince of Darkness, John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness. One of my favorites. So Corpus, thank you. Very good selection. Ava said that interview was very exciting. Yeah, it was. Ava got a sneak peek. She got to watch it early. And Corpus said that's top secret, Raymond, responding to Raymond's asking if Corpus had a date last week. John says hello from New Jersey. Hey John, thanks for joining us. Cassandra says hi Al. And Brad says new Chiller Night Theater next week. Holy mackerel. Okay. Haven't seen new episodes in a while. It's been a while. I think since July. I think it was July, the last one we did. We did Plan 9 from Outer Space. So it's been a while. So Corpus says hi Raymond. Raymond says was a good movie. Yes. And then Raymond gives a smile and a thumbs up. Okay, cool. We are... Yes! Prince of Darkness was just a... If you've never seen that, then just, wow. Check it out. Just a really, really super cool movie. So, I love all things John Carpenter. So, Corpus, with that in mind, would you like to announce next Thursday's movie? So while you're doing that, Corpus says, glad you guys enjoyed the movie. All right. And would you like to announce next week's? You do that. And I got the lowdown a little early. So as soon as she mentions that, I'll put the poster up. The movie poster. So, and if you're new and you don't know what we're talking about, we have a group page on Facebook called Chiller Night. Just Chiller Night, okay? Just like the logo here, Chiller Night. Go to that page, request to become a member, and you too can... Corpus says, oh, yes, this Thursday's movie is... This is my makeshift drum roll. Body Bags, all right, another John Carpenter movie. That was kind of neat, and that's it actually kind of reminds me of the Creep Show and Tales from the Crypt in a way, because if you've ever seen this movie, I just watched this not too long ago. It was within this year. It's one of the like anthology movie type that they have short movies, short story movies that make up the whole thing. So it's really very enjoyable, very entertaining. So all right, another good selection there, Corpus. You've been on a John Carpenter roll there. I mean, from what I've seen, the movies being posted, so that's always good. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm a huge John Carpenter fan. So just love his stuff. I think he's one of the absolute best. And Corpus says, love the anthologies. Yes, me too. And then Brad says, any plans for the Friday Night Frights in January or February? Nothing that I actually have planned. Just stuff I have kind of rolling around in my head. I'm not totally certain about January yet. So I'll just have to this haunted house. I thought I'd be done with it, but by now, as far as everything packed away and stuff. So I've got a little bit more to go with that. And then after that, I might just kind of enjoy December. I say that now, but probably midway into December I'll be writing an episode. So, and I anticipate many more episodes coming up in 2020. In fact, I know there will be. So I can definitely tell you that, as well as Chiller Chats. We're going to be having a lot more episodes. So stay with us, folks. Stay with us. I think you're going to be really, really entertained and enjoy what you see over the next year to come. So, and I thank you, those who have been with me since the beginning. Thank you, and those who just maybe hopped on here tonight, I very much thank you. So, Corpus said, I hadn't realized it, but apparently I've been in a carpenter kind of mood. Yes, and I've been seeing that, some of the movie selections you've been posting, and I'm just glad I got to jump on here this week on Thursday and actually participate and watch and interact with you guys. That was a lot of fun. I missed doing that. Bob says, hello, hey Bob Books, thanks for joining us tonight. Corpus says, Tom. Brad says, are you still trying to get the rust off the haunted house? LOL. Yeah. Bob says, Corpus says, hello, Bob. Bob says, what are we talking about tonight? Okay, we were talking about the schedule just a short while ago. We were mentioning the Thursday night movie that I think you jumped on there at the end and saw the end part of They Live, John Carpenter's movie. And since I just put it up here, I'll put it up again since you just jumped on. The movie for next week is another John Carpenter movie, Body Bags. That's kind of a fun anthology type of movie, and that's a good one. So, and the man himself is in this one, John Carpenter himself. So, hopefully you'll join us next Thursday for Body Bags. So, and that's again, I was telling folks, if you're new and if you're not aware of this, so we have the Chiller Night Facebook group page, and if you get on there, just hop on, request to become a member, and once you're a member, you can watch these and participate with the Thursday night movies every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Corpus will feature a movie for our watch party, so really, really cool. Guru of American Fitness says, great live stream. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. David Urbina. So I hope I pronounced your last name right, but I got the David right, I'm sure. So thank you. Thank you for checking us out. He's on YouTube. And Tom Paisley says, Corpus. Tom says, Bryan. Givens. Anybody remember that? All right. That very annoying yell in Fiend Without a Face? I just got a flashback. All right, anyways, enough of this tomfoolery. Tom! Okay, Guru of American Fitness gives me a thumbs up. I think I pronounced everything okay. All right, that's what I like to see. Now, I'm wearing my Chiller Night Theater t-shirt, which is kind of, I know it's got this groovy little effect here because it has green in it, chroma keying, so you're actually maybe seeing some of the background behind me. So, but I wanted to throw this up here because I think, I can't give you information tonight because I just don't know, but I think next week I'll be able to tell you how you too can get your own Chiller Night Theater t-shirt. So hopefully I will have some news on that next week. And then hopefully, you'll be able to just go to chillernighttheater.com and maybe I'll be able to link it up through that. So, Tom says, Gibbons! Of all the movies I've ever watched, that had to have been one of the most annoying, when the guy was searching for Gibbons. I'm like, holy, just find the guy. Brad says, I wonder how The Rise of Skywalker is going to fix everything from The Last Jedi this December. I have no idea. I don't know. In my opinion, I don't even know if that's fixable. But anyway, Al says, any photos from the haunted house? Oh, no, I didn't I didn't load anything from the haunted house here tonight. I am going to have a video of the walkthrough. I was going to post that on here tonight, but I didn't, once again, I just didn't get to that, adding that to the queue. But I will actually have a walkthrough. And Glam Fangs. Hey, Glam's with us tonight. Hi, all. Kicking myself for being late, so am thankful for being able to watch this replayed on YouTube. T-shirts? Yeah. I again, I'm hoping to have some. I'm hoping to have more information next week. So, yeah, I was getting up to the last minutes here, and I just didn't have time to really thoroughly look into that as much as I would like. So I'm going to hold off a little bit on some of that information. Hey, Darren's with us. Darren Kerr. All right. Can't wait for the walkthrough, he says. All right. Darren has worked on many haunted houses with me over the years. So nice to see you on here tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, I'm still packing that thing up, and I need my own building is what I need. Al says dying to see the walkthrough. All right, well, hey, I will. I actually wasn't completely like, I have the video of it, but I wanted to add a few little things to it. But I was doing some other editing tonight, as well as trying to tear down the haunted house. But we will definitely get that. Maybe I'll have that next week. I hope so. I'm also having a new Chiller Night Theater and new Chiller Chat next week. So maybe that'd be kind of neat if I can get all that done by then. So, all right, new episodes next time. Prince of Darkness, we talked about that. The body bags. Okay, now this is something really cool. You heard me just say, but mere moments ago, that next week will be a new Chiller Chat. I, of course, had Phil Wilson on the program, and that was our picture from Monday. I just taped that Monday, but I could have had it on here tonight. That would have been rushing it a little bit, but I kind of wanted to have 2 brand new programs on next Saturday night, because it's been a while since like July since we've had new programming. So, but now Phil is working on the new Creep Show series on Shudder, and he also, of course, he worked on the original movies, Creep Show 1 and Creep Show 2. Now, in Creep Show 2, I got a really cool couple souvenirs, couple gifts from Phil, and I'm going to show these right now. Folks, I was not prepared for this at all. What I'm about to show you. When Phil came up and was a guest on the show, I was just hoping to see some animation cells from the original Creep Show. You know, if you've I would have to take my glasses off first. Okay. I'm just going to leave this up for a few seconds. But some of this stuff here, you know, the animation work, you know, from Creep Show 2, for example, there's Billy. We talk about that during the interview. But remember the kid Rhino, the bully kid? He brought some animation cells. Yes, I'm reaching over here to my left because I've got an actual animation cell from the movie Creep Show 2 that Phil Wilson worked on. And this is so... this is amazing. I want to get I didn't want to rush and put it in any old frame. I actually want to get a nice mat and a nice frame to put this in. But this is like super cool for me. Again, big fan. If I would have just been able to see them, that would have been one thing. But to actually, I was blown away by this. I was not expecting to get this. So this is so awesome that I have this, and you ought to be all looking forward to seeing this episode coming up, because we talk a lot about this stuff. Al says dying to see the walkthrough, and I'm sorry, I know there's a bit of a delay, and then when I'm talking about something, I know you guys have already commented, so I'm trying to catch up to you. So sorry about that. Brad says, who watched the Steelers at Browns NFL football game on Thursday? Big fights, fists were flying, helmets were swinging. Yes. Cassander says, we excited to see the Chiller Chat. Bob says, love the Creep Shows. That's awesome. Get it framed. I know. That's why I'm going to get this in a really, really nice deluxe frame with along with my Bill Cardell Chili Billy stuff and my Mass Superstar stuff. These guys, this is I can't even explain how happy I am to get this. And I've got something else here I want to show you guys. Brad says, awesome. Corpus says, that's so cool. Raymond says, hang that over Jack Shadow's coffin. Yeah. Corpus says, definitely wait to find that perfect frame. Yes, and I haven't been able to really go out looking for a nice, suitable frame for it. But that is just so cool. Here's another thing that is really, really neat. This is the pencil work. This is actually the pencil work in the exact size of an animated background scene on the current Creepshow series on Shudder, spearheaded by, of course, Greg Nicotero. And if you look at this, now I'll show you the actual painting, but this is it's called Trick or Treat Street. This is from the, of course, like I just said, this is from the Creepshow series on Shudder TV, and this is the actual drawing for this. And if you want to see a little bit more detailed version of this, if you go to my Facebook page for Bryan Hogue, you can see a little clearer picture of this, and I put it right beside. It's actually taped together here, but I put it right beside the painting that I just showed you there, the background artwork. So that was really cool. And if you watch next week's Chiller Chat, you're gonna see some really awesome artwork. Phil has worked for Disney. He's worked for Universal. He's worked for, of course, he did the work on the Creepshow movies, and those are just I'll give you all of his information if you want to check him out, or you can go to Phil Wilson's Facebook page. You can do that, and there's some links there to some websites that he has his artwork on. But I just had to share that with you because I can't believe that I'm actually the owner of an animation cell that was used in the movie. So Brad says. Oh, Ava says, I'll do it for you. With the frame? That'd be cool. And then Brad says, you're getting all kinds of goodies, aren't you, Bryan? Yeah, that's kind of neat. It really is. That really, that blew me away. I just totally, I would have loved to have just seen that work. I mean, let alone to have that given to me I was not expecting that. And then Cassandra says, wow, that looks awesome. Trick or Treat Street. Yeah, that was pretty neat. Bob says, wow, that's so cool. Got to get Shudder. Yeah, we watched. I knew Phil, of course, was going to be on the show. And so we got Shudder. I wanted to get Shudder anyways. But then after after I started, contact with him, Ava and I watched through all the episodes, so that was really neat. And it's really neat kind of seeing his name there in the credits at the end. Corpus says, wait, you have the pencil sketch from the new Creepshow? Yes. Yep. That's what that are. For Trick or Treat Street. So I'm sure it's not the original pencils, but it looks like it might be a copy, but this is a copy of that penciling and the exact size, because I asked him about it. I said, this is the exact size of everything that we're looking at on TV, and he said, yeah, this is the exact the size of the artwork. So I think that's really cool. Yeah, I think that's a copy. Or not. I don't know exactly how that process is done, to be honest with you, because he was talking to me about a graphite copy that they use to, I don't know. I didn't quite catch all that, some of it. So, but it's really cool that he gave that to me. I think that's awesome. And then Corpus says, Shudder is great, totally worth it. Ava says, framing. Yes. Tom says, that's a really nice placemat. That's a really nice placemat. No, it shall be framed. And then Raymond says, handle with white gloves. I know, if you see me on the episode, I'm actually like, I'm nervous even touching this stuff, you know. So that's really cool. I can't wait for you guys to see that episode. It was a really, really fun episode for me to see, because if you know, of course, you know, I love horror movies. I love the Creep Show, and I have an interest in art. Now, another guy, Phil, put me in touch with. I'm going to try to get one of the other animators on the show if I can. It might be one of the phone chiller chats where I have a phone-in guest. But we'll see. Turns out the guy that I would like to get on here also, other than Phil, was actually one of my art instructors way back in the day, back in the early 90s. So we'll see if I can get him on one of these episodes. I'm working on it. And then so we will see. I just think it's really awesome that I'm having people who not only worked on those original movies, but are working on the new Creepshow series. That just amazes me. I'm very happy about that. So, all right. Now, speaking of streaming services, like with Shudder, there's another streaming service we picked up just recently. And that is Disney Plus. And I'm very happy that I did it, because there's a show on there called The Mandalorian. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard of this prior to this week or not. I've been kind of following this, even though I know some of you have liked The Last Jedi. You're not going to probably like my comments about it. I've got nothing good to say about that movie, except for this. It had a good trailer. Yeah, it kind of baited me in, but that's as far as it goes, and that's as far as it'll ever go with me, as far as I'm concerned. However, my hope in Star Wars has been a little redeemed by this TV show, The Mandalorian. I gotta say, this is really, really good. I'm really into it. I've watched 2 episodes so far. Now, it's not like Cobra Kai or something to where you can get it and binge watch it. They're putting them out. They put the first one out on, I think, 12th. The next one came out on Friday, and I think the other ones are going to be coming out every Friday. So I'm really happy with that. Raymond says Disney. Yes, Disney, because Disney purchased Lucasfilms, and they purchased Marvel. So all the Marvel series will be on Disney Plus. So all the movies are on Disney Plus, and then all the upcoming Marvel series, like Moon Knight or whatever heroes that they decide to do. And I have a suspicion that they'll be bringing Daredevil and the Punisher back in a series format on Disney Plus. And I'm suspecting that that's why they got canceled on Netflix, or didn't get picked up again on Netflix, is because at that time Disney was probably, I'm certain they were in the works of putting together their own streaming services channel. So that, I'm sure, is what happened there. Brad says, how was The Mandalorian? The Mandalorian was fantastic. Now, when I first heard, they actually they scrapped the Boba Fett movie and went with a series. Now, this is not Boba Fett. This is if you know anything about the Star Wars universe, Boba Fett has Mandalorian armor that he and his father wore, but they were not Mandalorians. Mandalorians are from a certain planet. They're a certain group of people, and they were very fierce warriors back in the day, and they still are in this series. It takes place 5 years after Return of the Jedi. So it's just Ava's watching it with me. She's enjoying it thoroughly, and And Bob says Disney has some serious deep pockets. Yeah, yeah, they do. Corpus says, I hear good things about Mandalorian. Yes, well, they are all true. That I can tell you. I was a little skeptical. I was like, I don't know. But I know Jon Favreau and what's the other guy? Filoni. I can't think of his first name. They worked on the Clone Wars and the Rebel series. And they're really good writers, and or whatever their roles are. The Filoni is a writer. I think Favreau is too. You'll know that name from the Marvel movies. He's directed many of the Marvel movies as well. But Raymond says Jack, Shadow, and Cinderella sitting in a tree. We watched. Ava and I watched. What was it? Sleeping Beauty. We got to go back and watch one of those old classics. I mean, the old classics. So that reminded me of that because I was thinking of Jack, Shadow, and Aura the Witch and Cinderella. Cinderella would be boring to Jack Shadow, I think. But it was kind of neat seeing that. You can go back and see all these old original classics. So that's pretty cool. Brad says live streaming services is taking over broadcast and cable television. I agree with that, and I think that's going to be. I really do. I think you're spot on with that. I've been kind of seeing that for a little while, like even with Stream TV. I think that's kind of the way to go. So because I thought about that a lot this year. A lot, I'll tell you, because with another channel I was trying to get on with, a TV station, I'm actually thinking that streaming, and having on Roku and having your own Roku channel and stuff like that is more of the way to go right now, because everything is. I think that like the local and affiliate TV stations are gonna kind of go the way of the old paper newspaper. A lot of people still get those, of course, but what's it going to be in like 5-10 years? I mean, the that stuff is not going to I'm sure they're on the decline, just because of the way we process and watch our news and our movies now. No going out and renting movies, or maybe you prefer that method. I don't know, but I sure like the comforts and convenience of doing all this stuff at home. That's just me. And Raymond says too virginal. Yeah, Cinderella. She just I don't know. I just doesn't look like a. I don't know. She was a little. I guess she was a little. No. Oh, Cinderella. I was thinking of. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm getting these all Snow White, Cinderella, and who's the other one? Sleeping Beauty, all mixed up. I don't know. I can't keep track of this stuff. Brad says even movie theaters want to go see a movie, pay a subscription. I don't know. That'll be the next thing. I kind of would like to see that, but I feel bad too. Because it'll be putting theaters out of business, and I don't know. What do you guys think about that? But what do you do? I think that's where everything's headed. Would be kind of neat, though. I gotta admit, it'd be kind of neat on the day a movie opens, even if you gotta pay more, to have that available right in your home. If it was a good enough movie, I'd pay. I would pay to see it, because I used to love going to the theater, but I gotta say I'm not a big fan anymore. I'm just not a big fan. There's too many inconsiderate people. You're spending good money on these tickets and the popcorn and the drinks. I mean, it's nothing to pay $50 to go to the movies. If you're taking your family, 50 or more to go watch a movie, and then I don't know. To me, it's just, I don't know, maybe I'm just losing the appeal. But Bob says they all look the same. With, what's that? The streaming services? Or I'm sorry, Bob. I got your response a little late there. Darren says streaming is definitely the next step in the evolution of all types of media. I totally agree. It was weird when I first heard when Stream TV when Luke from Stream TV first contacted me and was telling me about this. I knew I had heard of it, but I still it wasn't it still wasn't clicking yet. Roku, I don't I didn't really fully grasp what all this stuff was like he was talking about. And I probably asked him the same question like 8 times, like what's this again? Now what's this going to be on again? Things weren't really clicking. When I was first hearing about this, I was like, okay, I know what a TV station is. This other stuff. What manner of technical sorcery is this? And Corpus says, I love the theater for certain releases. Yeah, Raymond says, boo, I love movie theaters. Yes, I love the theaters. I've I guess my tolerance and inconsiderate people are sitting around me is really dropped. Is what my biggest pet peeve is when it comes to the theaters. It's not actually going to the theater. It's just I've been noticing that, or maybe more things bother me now. I don't know, but I don't know. That's a big thing, especially when you're paying that much to go in, and then you're people with their phones on, and even though they're not supposed to. Well, most people are still doing it anyways. Corpus says it isn't the same on the small screen. No, that is true. That is true. And then Bob says Disney Princess with they all look the same. Oh, I see. And yeah, they probably do. Tom says I agree with Corpus. Some movies are just better on the big screen. Yeah, that I agree with. Corpus says some things are meant to be viewed larger than life. Tarantino still uses actual film for this very reason. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Corpus says streaming is real cool, but when it goes away, it's gone. DVD is there when you want it. I'm not a fan of the movie theater anymore. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. Like it would be really cool. The one in Grove City here, we're not too far from where I live. They have a neat idea. They're actually putting the old like Gone with the Wind and Casablanca and stuff like that. They're actually featuring these old movies, and I think they may have put one of the old Universals on when during the October. I was so busy I didn't really get a chance to pay attention to that, but it's just neat that they are opening it up to put old classic movies on there, not just the new stuff. I think that's a neat idea. Now that I would go there to see, because I think most of the people who go to the old classics aren't going to be, the intolerable people who I'm referring to, some of these inconsiderate people. I think that there's a certain etiquette that that you just understand in the movie theater, and I don't know, that's becoming a dying thing right now with people. And so for that reason, the last couple times I've gone, I've just noticed that more and more, and it's just something that irks me. So Cassandra says, although I do love the drive-in, I haven't been to one of those in since I was a kid. And there's one that's not too far away from us. It's within 20 miles. It's in Butler. So Eve and I keep wanting to check that out, but we just never got around to doing it. And then Tom says, hey, every now and then I grab my 16 millimeter of Dracula and watch it supersized. Nothing like it. Oh, that would be cool. Does it have... Now, when I used to work with film, and I don't say that in a professional. I'm talking about when I was a kid making my own movies and stuff. I used 8 millimeter, and I had no sound. I had to, if I wanted to hear a sound, I had to record it with my tape. Remember the tape recorders, and tape it at the same time I'm filming it. Do you have, because I know the 8 millimeters, they were silent. I didn't have any sound with them. Do you have sound with your 16 millimeter? I don't know. I've never had a 16 millimeter. That sounds pretty cool to actually see that on the film. Corpus says the theater is theater for the special stuff, streaming at home for the rest. Yeah, there you go. Speak my language. Glam Fang says I stopped going to the movie theaters when I had to take out a small loan to do so. I appreciate overhead costs, but is popcorn really that expensive? Yeah. Tom says drive-ins are awesome. Several around here. Oh, that'd be neat. Cassandra says we have the dependable drive-in in Moon Township. Tom says 16 millimeter R sound. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I never had that with the 8 millimeter. I was always making my little movies. I was always doing this stuff, when I was a kid. And yeah, I'd actually sit there and like tape record the sound, and I wish I had those still. Brad says I heard people were mad on how they redid the old Simpsons seasons and episodes in a different way. Oh, really? I didn't know anything about that. And Al says I just saw a horror film festival at the drive-in near me in Dixon City in October. Oh yeah? No, where's Dixon City? What state are you in, Al? Maybe you've said that before, but I forget. And I'll wait for your answer there. But because I wonder too, weather-wise, how that would be. Well, if you're in a drive-in, you're sitting in your car, but oh, that's right. You don't have to put the speakers on anymore. I mean, that's how long ago it's been for me. We're putting the speakers on our windows. I guess they don't do that anymore, though, right? You tune in digitally or something. I guess I don't know. And Bob says, love drive-ins. Raymond says, I first saw Night of the Living Dead at a drive-in. I actually watched the movie. Cool. Brad says on Disney Plus. Oh, now see, I don't know. I didn't see the Simpsons on there yet. We just got it the other day. We got it the day that The Mandalorian came out. So I mean, we just got it like a couple days ago or earlier this week. So Terry says I purchased an Amazon Fire Stick and watch all new movies for free. Oh, that's pretty cool. Well, Al says I'm in Pennsylvania. Okay. I don't know how that Amazon, I've heard of that, but I don't know how that works. But that's pretty cool. Well, maybe we'll have a Chiller Night Roku channel. You never know. If it's up to me, and if it's me working on it, it's going to take a long time. So, because I'm barely, just for me to figure this stuff out it's taken me a while. So, but we'll see where things go. I'm really happy with how things are coming along. I've actually been having people contact me, and it looks like I'm going to be getting a hand with a lot of these things here in the upcoming weeks to come. So I'm very happy about that. Tom says I saw The Abominable Dr. Phibes on YouTube the other day. What a great movie. Yeah, that's I'm surprised that's on YouTube. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be. Watch it now. Watch it while you can, because I don't know I don't think that's public domain. I don't know. I mean, sometimes people get away with it for a little bit, but watch it before it gets taken down. Yes. Ava says, hey, Brad. Waving at Brad. And Corpus says, I really dig the Roku idea. Me too. I've been wanting that for a while. I tried. Gosh, when was it? It was at least a year ago. More, probably over that. I actually sat down. I got the account. I started making all the stuff for the Roku channel, trying to put it together. And wow, that didn't work. Wow, that did not work. So, somebody with far greater technical skills and knowledge than I will probably have to spearhead that one. And then Brad says, if it comes to that point when live streaming taking over the movie theaters, so be it. I always thought that movie theaters were recession and depression proof. LOL. Yeah, I bet for many decades that probably was the the thought there. Oh, Scott Paulson from Chop Block TV, CBTV. He's there. Share, and then he's got the CBTV families. So hashtag CBTV. He's CBTV families. So make sure you share that information, and we just once again want to thank him for having us on his channel. Oh, and also I want to mention this. If you're on a different channel, or if you're on a different Facebook page watching this, and I'm not responding to you, I felt bad last week because I started looking around afterwards, and I saw that there were some responses or some comments being wrote to me, and I wasn't responding. Well, I don't see your comments because the only time I see it is on the Chiller Night Theater Facebook page for now. There might be a way for me to, I don't know, it's got something to do with the stream keys, I'm sure, but there might be a way for me to figure that out. I just haven't had time to really figure that out, but if there's a way for me to get everybody's comments on here, then I'll see your comments and I can reply, and we can interact just like I'm doing here. If you're on a different page watching, I encourage you to stay on that page, support that page, and continue to watch it there. If you want to specifically comment and interact here, right now, as of right now, I can only do that on the Chiller Night Theater Facebook page. So hopefully there's a way to get around that. There probably is, but I just don't know about it yet. And then Scott says, I hired a professional coder to do Chop Block TV on Amazon Fire and all streaming devices, as well as it will be recognized by Alexa. Oh, that's cool. Wow, that seems like a lot. And then Tom says, the Fibes I saw was uploaded 4 years ago. All right, well, that's safe. That's been safe for a while, so you can wait till tomorrow probably. Yeah. Well, don't jump on now anyways, because, hey, Stream TV's Chiller Night Theater's coming on. And then Cassandra says, I'm making progress with my Roku TV channel. Beta is running okay. I need to get with you when I have it all together. Okay, cool. Brad says, I still love the movie theater. Still got to dig the popcorn. They are neat. I mean, it is an experience. It's all what you like. Like I said, the last couple times I went, I wish that more people would follow theater etiquette. That's all I ask. If I could have that, then I'd be all right with it. I'd be like I used to be with it. But I can't imagine not seeing, like when I first saw the original Star Wars trilogy or the Indiana Jones movies, and like I can't imagine not seeing those at the theater. So I mean, I know what you mean by that. I mean, you definitely want to see. Or Jaws, the original Jaws. You want to see that on the big screen. There's no doubt about it. So, and then Terry says, my internet is acting crazy. Keep getting knocked off. Oh no, that's not good. Terry, sometimes I've heard people say that on YouTube, and I don't know if it makes any difference or if it's completely on your end. I don't know if it helps to get on Facebook. You could try that maybe. Guru of American Fitness has just added you on Twitter. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's right. I always forget to mention this. We are on Facebook, YouTube, Chiller Night Theater, Instagram, and also on Twitter. So check us out. And holy cow, folks, it's 8:53. I had no idea. Wow, the time really flies. This is like the fastest hour of the week for me. And then Ava says, I make you buy the pop and popcorn. It's a must. Yeah, I know. You gotta have that whole experience. And then Corpus says, you gotta see those in the theater. Yes. And then Raymond says, taking my wife to a movie is like going out on a date. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's true. And then Ava says, mine's been stopping too, but it's just my device. Oh, is that right? Okay. Well, that's not good. And Tom says, the popcorn comes in costs the theater more than the popcorn that comes in it. Really? I didn't know that. But we still had to shell out $7.50 for it. Oh, yeah. I guess you're not being literal, but yeah, okay, I see what you're saying there. Yeah, that's true. Brad says, Chiller Night Theater is coming up in a bit. Yes, I see it's in 6 minutes, but we will, of course, be cutting it a couple minutes before that. Now, here's our schedule again. Just a recap. Tonight at 9 o'clock, coming up in just a few minutes, Jack Shadow features The Manster. At 11 p.m., Chiller Chat, my guest is Stan Gordon. 11:30 p.m., Chiller Night Theater, Werewolf of Washington. 1:30 a.m., Chiller Chat, my guest is Daniel Dewing. And 2 a.m., Chiller Night Theater, the movie is, once again, The Manster. So that, folks, is the schedule, and you can see that on Stream TV. Where's the website? Streammedia.tv. Streammedia.tv. So there it is. And I suspect here in the future there will be other platforms or where that'll show the we can connect with and show those as well. Ava says yes. Ava says it's a date night for sure. Yeah, I definitely see what you're saying there, Raymond. It does feel like that. And then Brad says 5 minutes until Chiller Night Theaters. Get your Rokus ready. Get them fired up, folks. It's just a few minutes. Ava says have a good night, everyone. All right, so Ava's probably leaving there, and so shall I, and so shall we all. I'm certain within the next minute or so. But thanks for joining me tonight. These are a lot of fun. Glad to be back. Super glad to be back. And don't forget about Thursday night. We'll be watching Body Bag. So John Carpenter's Body Bag. So Corpus says almost movie time. See you on the other side, guys. All right, thanks, Corpus. Once again, thank you, everybody. And Ava says no, LOL. Have a good night, everyone. Oh, with Chiller Night Theater coming up in a bit. Okay, so this darn delay. And then she says, I'm here till the end. All right. Cassandra says, good night, everyone. All right, everyone. So couple minutes left, so thank you for joining me tonight. Join us every Saturday night from 8 p.m. until a few minutes shy of 9 p.m. Eastern Time, the Chiller Night Live pre-show. And thank you once again, and I will see you next Saturday. So have a good night. Have a good Chiller Night. We'll see you next week.